What's up, everybody? This is Flashball Mike, and you now watching Culture Creators. Um, Today we got some special guests with us. We got Kate out in the building. We got Cougar Ray in the building. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can tell the people where to follow y'all at and stuff like that.
Y'all know what it is. The other of culture creators. We've been running this for a while, but you know, on social media. Shout and go follow us everywhere on all platforms.
All
What
right.
up? It's your boy Cool Ray. Y'all know what it is, Creatives Inc. And we also repping the societies in here. So y'all can follow me on Cool Ray 88 on IG and Facebook. Also, you can follow Dallas Society and Oklahoma Society for events coming to your city soon.
All right. All right. That's what's up. Yeah, make sure y'all follow us on all platforms, Culture Creators, Oklahoma Society, Atlanta Society, and of
Atlanta
course Dallas
Society.
Society. You know what I'm saying? Make
Yes,
sure
sir.
y'all tap in. And today's topic is Ryan Garcia. This boy is exposing Hollywood elite that I would say, I guess, I guess you could just say like, the higher up people,
Hmm.
politicians, professionals, uh, but elite people. What do y'all think about this guy Ryan Garcia like putting everybody on notice?
Well, personally, I do follow sports, and then what Ryan's been doing, he has a lot. He has a lot going on right now. And the thing is, when you starting to come with people with a resemblance of truth, there's always going to be a lot of pushback. A lot of pushback. Because for a second, he was about to be the golden boy of social media in his lane. You see, he's super big on TikTok. Uh, but then a lot of people were kind of questioning whether he was a real fighter because he was so on social media. And then with this whole Bohemian Grove situation, you're starting to expose that 1%, the people who control everything. You're talking about a place where presidents are said to go, senators, uh, the elite on top of the elite in the world. And we already know a lot of crazy things that are said to have happened there. So I think at this point, they're gonna start evaluating him to see if he's just on drugs or mentally unstable. Because even his wife has come out and said that, oh, a lot of the things that he are saying aren't true. But he gonna see a lot of pushback. Because like I said, what you're doing is trying to expose a certain culture that run the entire world.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. What do you think, K Dot?
What I think, um, so what I think what happened is, you know, he was willing at first to dance a little bit with him. You know what I'm saying? He put his foot in. It's like, you gotta touch the water a little bit before you dip your foot in. He dipped it a little bit, and then
Not,
once he
not he
dipped it,
dipped it though. He
I'm just
dipped
Yeah,
it.
saying,
he was knee deep. He was
hey,
knee deep in the water.
I feel you. So he dipped it, and then once he dipped it, they was like, oh, you gonna try this now? Let's see if you really gonna be about it. And
Hmm.
then once he did find out, now he wanna be manic. You know what I'm saying? Because with all rituals, obviously, yeah, they gonna use drugs. They gonna all different types of stuff. So you definitely gonna become manic, but at the same time, it's not like I don't believe the shit that he's saying. Like
Right.
I think there is some shit. Cause why would you just say shit like that for no reason? Like it don't make sense.
And then that's kind of like where I'm getting at it. Like, are you trying to sell tickets? Are you like on some real shit right now? Because that's some. Hey, I don't think nobody want to be famous no more after hearing some shit like that.
Hmm.
That's
You like,
extreme
I'm
if you
cool.
sell tickets. That's extreme.
It's really extreme because you
bro.
starting to mention child molestation and things like that, rituals and stuff like
Actually,
that,
you could open up a whole type of
which
can
could
of
get him which could get him blacklisted and some more shit really easily. So it's like, uh, yeah, it'd be, we see a lot of people now, they do crazy things on social media coming up to a fight or coming up to an event, but it's like what he's doing could actually get him canceled and blackballed at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Because these are people who run all these things. Like all these things, he's an entertainer. You know what I'm saying? The people in control use you to sway people's opinion, to get people emotionally riled up, to get people on your side. But somebody's always in control of your favorite entertainer. You know, so I
Depending,
think
I
that
guess,
might have
depending
seen.
on how high they are, huh? Because I don't know who controlling NBA young boy, but he seems to be able to get away with anything.
All these people have handlers. A handler, so to speak, they kind of give him the rope.
Can you
The ha-
break a handler down though? Can you
okay,
like
so
for
in any
everybody can
organization,
understand?
everybody who you think is the person that runs everything has a handler, because even the richest people live in a country where they have to abide by certain rules. There's always somebody richer than the king. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
there's always somebody really pulling the puppet strings of how things should go. So just like all these rappers, when they start turning against promoting whatever lifestyle they promote, whether it be drugs, whether it be all this gangster stuff, when they start turning an eye to that, you see that a lot of these people end up fall on hard times. They're being
Right.
fed the drugs. They're keep people around them that keep them stirred up in whatever that is that they're doing. You know what I'm saying? There's always a group of people around promoting whatever that bad behavior is because there's a financial incentive for it.
So you think it's the handlers are paying the artists, or is it like how does that work?
Yeah, the handlers work for the music executives, which are corporations. You know what I'm saying? TikTok corporation, IG corporation. All these are corporate entities. It's just not ran amongst the people.
Which
You know what
means
I'm
what
saying?
though? Can you break that down too? Because you saying some words that it might go over people's head because you just saying it so fast.
Okay. In everything that we do, there is a narrative that is pushed for whatever it is. So whether it be social media and your algorithm, you know what I'm saying? They learn their customer base and they'll keep continuing to push the same thing in your face. You know, and a lot of these companies want to make sure they're making money. Everything is about money. So the people they put in position to influence you, they keep them in a certain vibrational state, so to speak, because you pretty much sold your soul for the cash, for to work for these corporate entities. You know what I'm saying? They have financial interest in the people. So when you
So
start
you,
going against the
so
grain,
like Illuminati, what you trying to say?
or Illuminati, it can be or it can be many organizations with the same
yeah,
type of
Illuminati probably more so like the front. It's more so like it's like the advertisement, right? When you roll out a new product, you gotta advertise. So th- that's something that you can automatically say, "Ooh, the Illuminati." That's the Illuminati. You know what I'm saying? So the I mean he's saying exactly it. He it,
it's the ghost
you
or the
can't
elephant in the
have
room, pretty much.
right. You can't have the if only 1% of the world has the most money, right? Only 1% of the people in the world, and there's billions of people. You're not going to have equal playing fields because 1% of the population control most of the money, most of the things that's going on. So
Mhm.
it's always going to be have those puppet strings.
So what is so break? Can you break that down to people? What does that mean by if you have a lot of money? What does that mean? Some people have a lot of money; they don't get away with shit. So what are you saying? Like, what is are these people
So
protected?
so so 1% is not necessarily just about money. It's about assets too as well. What you own, what you the corporations, all the things piled together. So saying like this, okay, this corporation owns these other entities, but they also own land too, right? They also buy into government entities. They
Okay.
also,
Okay.
do all these different things that allow them to control all the different areas of society. So when you
Hmm.
give that all to 1%, the other 99%, all they're doing is chasing ducks, man. Because we all are a part of are the mouse on the wheel, bro. We all are the mouse on the wheel.
So
99.
we not even in the game really. We just kind of
No,
watching it. We even if
we're
you think that
we're
you
not in the
getting
game at
close,
all.
you not even.
Not
Everybody
even
being controlled basically. That's higher up. That's what you're trying to say.
correct.
So what?
Right.
So let's not say Ryan Garcia. He might be just now getting into this kind of stuff because he's just now reaching some type of success. What about like other people? Not to jump off subject, but what about like a Drake or like what about somebody like Fort Bats, like somebody that just recently got a feature from Drake without probably having to pay anything, and a brand new artist, young from Dallas. How does he even get a feature like that so fast? And you just, that song just came out. I don't even think Buddy's signed
Okay.
yet. How does that
There's
happen? Can
there's
y'all?
for now you got social currency, right? So social currency, you got the ones that are planted, which is probably going to be the Drakes of the world, right? And then you got the people that have some type of social currency. The
Hmm.
Forbats dude does because people gravitate to his music based off of whatever vibrational thing that he's put out there for them to come to it. And so
Mhm.
here comes the plan to come pick them up.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
So these
for
saying?
are
sure.
plants.
That's how I definitely think there's plants, and then there's people who have the social currency. Like that's, but I think that's all part of the plan. Like
Yeah,
that
they
was
want to
all part of.
monetize off that. Like you got motion. Somebody is always looking to make money off your motion. Just like you have,
Ooh.
just like you see
Say that
influencers. Okay,
again. Can you run that back? Run that back.
if you got motion, somebody always wants to make money off your motion. You know what I'm
So
saying?
the
Especially
plant,
when
the
you're coming.
plant. So let me break this down. What Colin was saying. Put yours together. The plant is the motion, right? And then the handler is trying to make the money off the motion.
The handlers make the connections
Okay.
to get you more emotion. Like the handlers have access to the money to sign you to a contract. We'll go ahead and give you $3 million for a contract. And that's where a lot of artists get stuck into that. They get handed the money when you're coming from a place of lack. Most of these artists are not coming from a place where they already have hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars. So this is how they get sucked in and they help represent that narrative because you're coming from nothing. Somebody offers you 3 million, you're gonna be more apt to do whatever they tell you to do to continue the money to come through.
Okay.
Because you don't have
Okay.
the resources to already have that for yourself.
So does Ryan Garcia? Who do you think is his handler? Does he have a handler? Is that why he was in this secret club that I looked up? That you have to be a member. It's men only, and you
Hmm.
have to be like some type of well-known figure, I guess you would say.
Well,
Yes,
you
sir.
know, Mayweather is his like mentor, right? Like he always calls him a lot of times. He was doing Mayweather was telling him different things of what he shouldn't be doing, and he did it anyway.
Hmm.
Probably
Because his
why.
mentor, Oscar De La Hoya, is his. I would say his direct handler. That's his manager. But Oscar's been known for being wild, partying on drugs, and that's why Mayweather's been in Ryan's ear, like, "Hey, you got to move differently," because Mayweather's controversial, but he gets his bag, and in order to get a bag, you do have to move a certain way.
Yeah.
Right.
But a lot of times people who aren't from struggle do not handle this well. Ryan's coming from middle class, middle aged background. Floyd came from nothing. You sleeping in a room with 13 other people. You got to be smarter to make it out.
So
You got to be smart to make
do
it out.
you think Ryan Garcia is speaking facts when he talk about this place that's in California where they making him do weird things and forcing him to partake in activities that he doesn't want to do?
Yes, because
What
I
do you
knew
think,
about.
K Dot? Do you think this is true?
I mean, I'm not gonna. I can't say what I personally can't see to be true, but I'm never gonna say that what whatever somebody else's truth and what they saw is not true. You know what I'm saying? Until I
Yeah,
get some, facts from me personally, where I visually see that shit. I'm just gonna go off of what I feel as far as could or could not happen. But I'm not gonna say that it's not true. Like I will never say that. But you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta understand this too, though. Like they do put out false flags as well to make you walk some other way and make you think and believe different while they do something else. You
Cat
feel what I'm
Williams said it. Cat Williams said it the best. He said, "Of course, if somebody's in it, their job is to tell you that they're not.
right?
If I got something going on under here where I'm controlling things, my job is not to let you know exactly what I control.
That's yeah,
You got to keep your
yeah.
puppets in line. Like I knew what Bohemian Grove was before I knew who Ryan Garcia was.
Well, can you break it down to tell the people like what do you, as far as the information you've obtained, like can you break down what that is?
Okay, the Bohemian Grove is a cult of the super in control. I wouldn't even say 1%, the 0.2%. These are people who know that their kids are going to be president before their kids are going to be born. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? You can belong to more than one secret society, Skull and Bones, Illuminati. You can belong to more than one society, can't you?
Hmm.
Yeah, but then there's tiers. Just like there's a judge, lawyer, defendant, like there's tiers, and each tier is different. Each hierarchy is different, but you have to reach certain statuses to get there. So if I'm hearing Bohemian Grove has George Bush's dad, his uncle, and then all of a sudden, then these same people end up being the president, the governor of Florida. That's not by coincidence. These are connections that are made, and this is why the wealthy don't send their kids to college to become employees. That's what the public school kids are supposed to be. The wealthy send their kids to control, to run companies. You know what I'm saying? So it's the elites are definitely in control. Like I said, even Andrew Tate, the conversation he had with Andrew Tate, Andrew was like, "Look, I know what you're saying, but are you going to be okay with the repercussions that come with this?" We seen what happened with Andrew Tate. And all he was just telling dudes was to man up, be more man. You know what I'm saying? But when people don't like you and you have the sway over people and you're not conforming to whatever their agenda is, they will make sure you fall. They will cut access to your money. They will cut you off from your friends. People won't even respond to your messages. People who were just buddy buddy with you, that you say what's up to them, they just keep walking because it can trickle. The domino is that it can affect everybody's money just being associated with somebody.
Now I've heard that a lot. Like that's why I think certain people get rich and they put people on, and that whole clique gets rich. It's not
Hmm.
like it's not like a couple other people just popping up randomly. It's like either they with them or they not. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of, I guess you would say, gatekeepers that's like controlling the playing field.
Exactly. And they get put in position by handlers. You know what I'm saying? Somebody has to put you in the position. Unless you are captain of industry and you have some game changing technology or a system that's going to change everything, you're usually put into a system that's already a working system. And if it's already working, people don't want people coming in making waves to change the system. You know, it's a very exclusive club that people really don't pay attention to because people live in their phones. People live on social media. So a lot of people aren't paying attention to the system as why are we so obsessed with these things? Why if I see my favorite creator with this and this, I need to go get it. I got to go cop it. Why does a whole generation of people dress the same, think the same? Everybody's a bad bitch. Like what is who is perpetuating that narrative? Who made it to where Kim Cash Kardashian is the ideal bitch? So where you got black girls, Asian girls, Mexican girls,
Well, maybe it
all want
goes
to look
back
like
to
her.
these handlers you talking about. Like, are this like this location where Ryan Garcia was talking about is who plants all this stuff into the phones to make sure like,
Yeah,
hey, we need
yeah.
them to compete.
So like he said, you know, so Bohemian Grove is actually a physical place. It's where they
Real place.
go as to do the rituals every year, and it's been dated back to like the 30s and 40s that they
Yeah.
go, and it's like they sit around this big ass long table like they the knights of the shining armor and shit, and do ritualistic shit.
But these are
Um,
these are the same people who were running the Knights Templar.
right.
Like I said,
So
the Crusades was about money. Every war is always about bread and territory and resources and
Mm.
control.
yeah, and you can
Every war.
always date back to all the companies that's been around. You can look at who's funded, who's built the different stuff. Like, it's always a company or a corporation that's either started it, funded it, or something. Because that's how you, like, that's how they get even more wealthier,
Hmm.
is have conflict. When you have conflicts, a lot of things that need to be had, during conflict, a lot of resources, etc., etc. And if you have those people that own all those companies that with the resources, where do you think the money going to?
Right.
So
Mm. So
So
it's
what
like
happens to our
the
people
rich get richer, huh?
in the
So
Robin Hood?
how
gotta
can
keep the
Ryan
wheel going.
Garcia But how can Ryan Garcia protect himself from even something like this? Because even he trying to get rich, so he following the rich people, and if they meeting here, he thinking like he trying to get on, not he gonna have to deal with something that he got to fight for his life or have to some bad things going on. He thinking like, okay, where the millionaires and billionaires is, I probably should be there if I want to be one. And next thing you know, you get
I
there and
think
there's
he
some other shit going on.
Other
Like,
shit going on. Yeah.
Cool Ray said it, man. You gotta be able, like, man, you gotta infiltrate that shit and be smart about it. It's not always about, like, oh, you trying to be like them or do what they do. Sometimes you got to, play the game a little bit, not to the point where it jeopardizes your morals, but you say, oh, okay, yeah, I go to that little party you talking about, but I ain't doing
Hmm.
that shit that y'all doing over there. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? You
mhm.
to them like, that's how some of these people are able to navigate. Because to me, I put it like this: if you ain't got no dirt, but you still able to influence, there ain't nothing really they can do to you, right? Besides maybe take your money. But if you are smart enough to lock that in and put that shit like back in the day in the crates in a secret location, nigga, where you can go back to it if you need to, then
Yeah.
you should be okay if that comes to play. But a lot of these people, they get caught up in it, and then they, like I said, they start doing
Niggas
the drugs and
on
all that
some
other
real
shit.
shit. Nigga ready to go get that money. You talking about? I hear what you saying. But a nigga that's coming up want that money. He about to go get it.
and
That
don't want to
nigga tell
change
him
it.
to, hey, I need you to meet me here in California. Your ass better be there.
Diddy. Okay, we talking about it. Diddy.
The
How many
damn,
celebrities?
whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on, hold
I'm
on,
telling you.
hold on. Let's not talk about Diddy right now. We're gonna save that for the next episode.
Okay, but that same scenario for all of those, all of that tier of people.
But I get what you're saying. So
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
yeah.
all of these people are influencers. Just look at the word. What are you influencing? What are you trying to get me to agree with?
But do you think is it more to just money though, or is it some type of brotherhood that we don't know about? It's kind of like how like the cops have. Do Are they doing these like spiritual things and it involves money, or is it like what is it based off of? Like why because that's my whole thing is like, are they really trying to take people's souls, or is it kind of just like they trying to be on some kind of like, I don't want to say the word 'cause we're not trying to get like banned or flagged, but you know when you're not straight, you're what? So are they trying to be that? Like,
They
are they
don't
trying to go
believe.
different ways?
They know God is real. So what do you do? Just like the chosen people are the chosen people. What do you do? Because those people are chosen by God. You get them off God's purpose. You get them off their purpose. You get them doing things that we know. No matter what your religion is around this world, you know right from wrong. Right is right and wrong is wrong. There's a decent way to treat any human on this planet. There's a decent way. You know what I'm saying? People do not use, like, money is a made up construct. When you really think about it, money is made up. We make it, we print it, we say it has this value, then it doesn't. Then they also start moving away from paper money to where now they can really control your money and finances by watching everything because everything's digital now. Now they can just shut your shit off.
Mm.
He That's what he was saying. He said, I can't even get into my money right now. I can't even get into my accounts right now. I don't have access to my phone right now. So whoever it is not letting him get to the phone, get to his money. Britney Spears, the same thing. She made all that money, but who was in control of her? The state, and the parents were the executive of her estate. These people have handlers, bro. Like, once you, that's what they say. You can sell your soul for money, but then you realize you sold your soul for nothing.
But and realistically, is selling your soul, signing, is that just basically AKA signing your name over? Or is it, are we really talking about signing your name over in some spiritual stuff?
It might go both ways. We don't know unless we die what that conversation gonna be like. But here on this planet, you will have to show servitude to somebody. You're gonna have to show servitude to whoever you get your bread from, unless you become the entity that people are gonna serve you. We all serving something. We may even say, "Well, I work for myself. I'm my own boss." Your money come from somewhere. You serve somebody, and there's a tier for every level. You serve here, 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 here. Somebody controls every tier. That's why you see all companies got levels. Groups have levels. There's a hierarchy in everything that we do while we're here. Somebody controls it. And if they don't like what was going on, or if they want to push it a certain way, that's what they do it. They got the money. They can pay politicians to change laws. That trickles down to what we see on our phones.
Mm.
Hmm. But
So is this Bohemian Grove like the only location, or do you think this is one of many? spots that they meet up? Or
Benny, Benny. I think Epstein. That Epstein stuff shook a lot of people up because a lot of the same people that we're seeing that were in the Grove was on the island.
mm,
The same thing keeps coming up. Rituals with children. It keeps coming up. It keeps coming up.
well.
So it's like it's how conscious do you want to walk in this world? Because once that third eye is open, it's open. You starting to see things for more than just what's in front of your face. You start listening different. You start taking the information different. But people who aren't conscious of that, they just gonna go with the wave. They gonna jump off the bridge with the rest of the people.
Mm.
All these trends, all these pranks. You know what I'm saying? Just think about every trend you see on TikTok from influencers.
So you
These
think that is this why they trying to ban TikTok?
one of the ways. It's a two-part thing because it's used to influence and it's not an American app. So when you have a non-American entity dictating a lot of what your people see and do and how your people move, you do want to control that. In different countries, they can only watch certain things on some of these social networks.
Mm,
Yeah,
So the TikTok,
America don't want their secrets out. That's all it is. So they blame
kind of.
China and all that other shit because
It
they
ain't no
can't
blame, bro.
control.
This is a real thing. This is a real game. You got people creating stuff that can persuade your people more than what you're doing in your own country. It's real. Also, these apps read your information on the phone. So they're also collecting data at the same time. So here in America, you see twerk videos and all kind of videos about the government in their country where they control the app. Their people don't even get to see that type of stuff.
Nope.
They don't even get to see the same stuff we see on our algorithm.
They ain't letting this filth get into their people. They want their people to do what they want them to do. You know
For
what I'm
sure.
saying? But like at the same time though, it still goes back to them main corporations. I don't give a damn what China say that they do or don't do. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever it's still the elites that's controlling everything. So, uh, at the end of the day, if they want to get a hold of it, ban it or whatever the case may be, they're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? They got rid of Vine. It's gone. It's no longer here. They said they was gonna get rid of it, and they did. So
Hmm.
so they're exposing TikTok. So that's what you think. So Ryan Garcia, these elites, can we? Are y'all knowledgeable the of the names that he might be trying to expose of these elite people?
uh, like you said
Like
before, like
like the
one
members
company.
of this of this of this club that's at this location.
I mean, plausible deniability though. We get on the news all the time and see people who've done wrong, but the way the news paints it, you would think that they didn't do anything at all. Because, like I said, there's one person who controls all of the news networks here, and he from the UK. How you from the UK, but you own ABC, NBC, CBS, and then when I watch all three different channels, they got the same puff pieces. They got the same main story because it's coming from one stream.
Is
They're
he a
getting
part of the? Is he a part of that members thing? He's on that member list.
only a few, only the vulnerable ones are the ones you're gonna see on the list. The ones who can't make sure that they're never caught. Because
Cause
there's
I
people in
I I kind of did a little bit of research, and if I had my laptop up, I was kind of like gonna go through it. But we are here where we are, and I kind of seen a couple names. There was a couple presidents on that list for sure, with a last name Bush. He was a member at this club that's in California. that Ryan Garcia is talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm just trying to figure out. If y'all know any people without saying like they full names, so we not, like I said, trying to get flagged or banned or anything that you know of that's on that list that that may be powerful people that's like controlling some stuff.
Yeah. No, I can't get specifics. Not specifics. But you see, in our community, who's the person that they always mention the most? Jay Z. Oh, JP, Jay Z, Beyonce, Jay Z, Beyonce. They always gonna mention the people who influence the community the most because we look for them. Because people, like I said, people live their lives not through their own lenses; they live it through other people's lives. So
Mm,
that's why these celebrities get put on a pedestal. If you're a Christian, you're not supposed to be idolizing anybody, not from an athlete, not a singer. It's worship. It's worship. You see your favorite celebrity and you get to crying and you can't even speak and you losing your mind. It's worship and idolize. It's just different levels to it.
gotcha.
It's, it's different levels, you know. So this generation is woke, but I don't think they're woke in the sense to where they know how systems work. I think they see wrong and they want to love, but they don't understand how business really works. Somebody always supplying the business, whether it's the bank got to supply you your money, a benefactor got to supply you your money, or you didn't got yourself to a level to where you can supply it for yourself. But if you could supply it for yourself, you'd have your own network, you'd have your own TV station, you'd have your own
That
clothing.
part. That part. Speaking of, y'all make sure y'all go follow the Culture Creators Network on all platforms. Just type in Culture Creators with a Z. I'm sure we will pop up on there somewhere. Make sure you subscribe on the YouTube. Make sure you every time we go live, it's important that you have those notifications on. So when we go live, you already into the conversation. You're not gonna miss anything. Um, like I said, I'm Flash by Mike. And we got K Dot, we got Cool Ray. Tell them where to follow y'all one more time before we get out of here.
Shoot, you can follow me, K. Shotcha, on all platforms. Make sure y'all follow Culture Creators on all platforms. The Society Collective on all platforms. Oklahoma Society, Atlanta Society, Dallas Society. This society thing about to take over. Anyway, that's where you can follow me.
Yeah. So it's Cool Ray, Cool Ray on all platforms. Hey, we working. We coming for y'all societies, you hear me? We coming we coming for y'all society. It's the new regime. It's the new regime. But yeah, Creatives Inc., all platforms, all societies, Atlanta, Dallas, and Oklahoma and more, man. We coming for y'all.
Yes, sir. And we appreciate everybody, that tuned in. This is one of many. So just make sure, like I said, that you follow, you subscribe, you like, you share. So that way we can bring you more great content. Most importantly, you know, and get yourself involved into the conversation next time. Stop just watching. Get your ass in those comments. We'll post them so we can have a really good talk about these topics. So, thank you for watching. Until the next time.